Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 93 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your co host today.
And I'm your other co-host, Joe.
And Joe, you want to walk us through what we're going to be talking about on this episode?
Yeah, so this week it was actually I'd say this is probably the first big summer week, like kind of kickoff week with movies. We got Devil Wears Prada 2, and that came out I believe May 1st, right?
Yep.
Something like that. And then we also saw Mortal Kombat 2 as well, which was pretty interesting. And then we're also going to wrap it up and talk about the movie Matt recommended, Spaceballs, which cute. I thought we'll talk about that later too. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
when
our
did you end
movie
up watching
rundown this
that?
week. I watched it last night, actually. I was, I've never seen it before, so
Yeah.
we'll talk about
Yeah, I thought it'd be cool to talk about because we are getting the sequel next year.
it. Yeah.
So just to at least familiarize ourselves with it a little bit.
I think I was kind of cool that I think Lucasfilms is like involved in the production of the second Spaceballs.
George Lucas was actually, I'll talk about it later, but he was
Yeah.
involved a little bit with the original.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Which is kind of funny. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, before we start, I know this is a movie podcast, but gotta mention
Yeah, thanks.
the Knicks. The Knicks are going crazy. We're New York based, if you guys didn't know, so I'm a huge Knicks
Yeah.
fan. Joe is actually a Cavs fan, and it looks like the
Yeah.
Knicks might, who knows, maybe this is a prediction, but the Knicks might be playing the Cavs in the next round. It's possible.
I think,
But
I mean, we don't look good. I think it's probably going to be not Boston, Detroit, but I don't know. The Knicks kind of look destined for a run as an
yeah,
outside fan looking in.
they're playing their best basketball that I've ever seen in my life, and it's just like right at the perfect time. Hopefully that happens. And speaking of, Kat actually made a guest appearance
Yeah.
in this next movie that we're gonna be
Forgot about
discussing.
that
So
actually, yeah. But
I
I,
guess
I
for
have
this one,
I have it open if you
maybe,
want me to still.
maybe I'll read this one because
Okay.
it'll make we're gonna have to, if we alternate, I'll read Spaceballs at the end too. So I'll read the
Okay.
synopsis here. And it's very short. So icons reign forever. As Miranda Priestley nears retirement, she reunites with Andy Sachs to face off against her former assistant turned rival, Emily Charlton. You know what? I didn't even read that synopsis before watching, and it kind of just like spoils one of the
Yeah,
biggest
honestly, because you don't
things in
know
the
that, and
movie. Yeah.
you don't
I
know
didn't
that
know that they were
until
gonna go against her,
yeah.
you know? But okay, initial thoughts. I don't know. When this movie first started getting reactions, I saw a bunch of reviews saying like, "Oh, this is how you do a legacy sequel. It has a real reason to exist. It's not like all these other legacy sequels." I did not feel that way at all, to be honest. I thought it was
Really?
just like any run-of-the-mill legacy sequel. Not that it's bad, but what separates this from any other old franchise that's returning? To
I
me,
mean,
nothing.
I felt like I don't know.
Is there
I
an
felt this.
animal in the room?
No, it's an animal outside of the room. It felt honestly. I thought this is better than most of the like sequels coming out, and honestly, like I think about this and like let's think about like Practical Magic 2, which they have the trailer attached to this. Like I honestly thought something like I thought they would be kind of on the same what's the term? Like I guess kind of like the same
Plane?
yeah. Like this
Level?
was honestly I thought it had a good reason to exist. Like the story actually made sense. It didn't feel like it was just kind of like a cash grab, even though I mean it kind of was, but I don't know. I feel like the story justified itself, and it's very on par with the first. Like the dialogue is very similar. Or if you like the first, you're gonna like this one. It's a lot of the same type of, the outfits are good, the music is good.
I think this was
You
like a
know,
little bit more serious than the first one. The first one had a
yeah.
lot. It was
There's more stakes in this. I'd say.
yeah, the first was a lot funnier to me. The
Hmm.
funniest part of this was like they kind of in today's world, the way that Miranda acts in the workplace is not acceptable. And
Yeah,
instead of changing her character and making her be like, now she respects her employees and this and that, she still just like acts the same but gets called out on it every time and
yeah.
has like these funny remarks. I forget, I'm trying to think of one scene in particular that she said something funny.
Oh, like the body positive thing.
Yeah, she was like, "What is it with this body negativity or like something?" I don't know. I forget what she said, but
It was like,
there's like a
what is there to be positive about or something?
yeah, there's like a running gag where her assistant
Yeah,
has to keep correcting
Totally.
her on everything she says. And I just found that that was a funny way to sort of, yeah, let's address that how she's acting is not appropriate in the workplace, but let's not just like force this character change on her. It kind of just like made the most sense for her character.
Yeah, yeah. And it's kind of nice to see uh the character Miranda kind of like knocked off her high horse a little bit in this, because she kind of seems very invincible. Like there's nothing that could really bother her in the first. And this, like there's more stakes for her. It feels like she's a lot more vulnerable than in the first.
Yeah, 100%. One thing that I think will be a little bit, I don't know about controversial, but people have different opinions on it, is the fact that there's like this main plot point that she just doesn't remember Anne Hathaway, and like she kind of
Yeah,
treats her the exact same way as she did in the first movie. So it's kind of running through that exact same kind of plot thread where it's Anne Hathaway has
yeah.
to prove herself and get Miranda to actually like her and trust her. It's exactly what happened in the first movie, and the
I mean,
the way that they
I
redo
feel
it is
like
just by saying that Miranda doesn't even remember her. Like, how does she not remember her?
I feel like it's a different dynamic now, because like in the beginning, in the first one, she's working under her, and then in this, she's like kind of an equal to her. It's more of like a coworker than a.
That's fair, but she still gets treated relatively the same, you
But she
know?
gets to go to like all the events. She's at all like she gets to dress like in the first one. The biggest thing. I'm sorry, I just the letter. The biggest thing in the first one is that she gets to go to the Paris event. Remember, that's like a huge, you know.
Yeah,
And in this, it's like she goes to all these different events, like without even, not again. That's kind of funny. She just hopped right in the chair when I don't know if you could see her, but yeah, I felt
just
like
throw her.
this. Yeah, no, I'm gonna throw her on the bed. It felt like this. She was like definitely more of a. Sorry, she was like felt more of like an equal in this. Like I don't know, like her, Stanley Tucci, and Meryl Streep all felt like they were kind of like on the same level, as opposed to when the
Yeah,
first, like, it felt like she was really below them.
yeah, I agree. There's also this, there's like this recurring theme of sort of like taking a stand against these rich people coming in and like buying out companies. And because there's this plot point where you have BJ Novak's character who wants to buy out, I forget what their company's called, but basically like
Uh,
take over the magazine
Runway,
and
right?
like, yeah, Runway. But there's like a parent company that he's going to buy.
Yeah,
And the movie's basically saying like, so they sort of like take this stand and they're like, yeah, these huge billionaires that come in and just buy these companies and like gut them. It's so messed up. Like, why are you lecturing me on this? This movie's made by Disney. You literally just fired like all of your visual
yeah, I
effects
know.
people from Marvel like last week. Why are you telling me this? Like, do it yourself. I just found it very insincere, that whole plot point where it's like, oh, all these billionaires. Not only that, but also this film takes place in the world of high fashion, which in itself is incredibly incredibly exclusive, and
Yeah,
it's just like
but it's
all these
also
rich people. Like,
it's
why am
all
I
from the.
being lectured about this? Go
I
ahead.
feel like
Sorry.
it's also told from the perspective of a writer, where like a big thing is the whole, like a lot of her friends like struggle to find work and things like that. Like they're in that industry, but they're not like they don't reap the benefits of that industry. But
Yeah.
I
Well, I
agree with the
guess.
sentiment that like Disney, like it's kind of like a slap in the face. Like Disney's the one making this movie, and they're
Yeah.
talking about like corporate greed and stuff. Like you're 100% on the right about that.
Yeah. I didn't really love that aspect of it, to be
I
honest.
also I did like that it kind of I didn't even think this would come up, but it made a pretty like anti AI stand in the movie. And then also, I don't know if you noticed this, there's like kind of a meme of her at some point where it's like it looks like an AI photo of her, like in a fast
Yeah.
food thing. And they actually paid an artist to draw that to look like an AI picture, which I thought was really cool, honestly.
Yeah. That is really cool. Considering, especially coming from Disney, I think they've had
Yeah.
some AI use allegations in the past.
Remember the Secret Invasion intro or
Yeah.
whatever, the
I mean, that
outro?
wasn't even an allegation. That was just like, what the fuck is this? But I remember the Thunderbolts poster was one that they were like, there's an
Yeah,
extra
just with the
finger on one
finger,
of these.
yeah.
But yeah, one thing that I also wanted to bring up was I feel like when the movie was being filmed, there was a lot of these reports of this person's going to cameo, this person's going to cameo, and there's going to be like all these big appearances from people. We got one, Lady Gaga was in it. There's a couple others. Carl Anthony
Cat.
Towns, I mentioned, makes an appearance, which was really cool to see as a Knicks fan. And I know they should have got OG, first of all, because Anne Hathaway loves OG. But there wasn't really that many
Yeah, there
others.
wasn't.
There
I'm
was,
trying to
at that
think. There
scene
was.
that Cat is at, there is like a couple people that are well known. I can't remember who was there. But I feel like I remember seeing Sydney Sweeney was cast in the movie or something
Then
at
they
some
caught
point.
her. I saw that too.
Did they? They cut her?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I
Lady
don't.
Gaga, I
There's like.
said. I love Lady Gaga, but
I thought Hugh Jackman was gonna be in it because they did like the Hugh Jackman joke.
yeah, I feel like that's another one because I feel like they definitely wrote that joke with the thought in mind of, okay, we'll get Hugh to do a cameo here,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason it didn't work out. So there's like this random mention of Hugh Jackman and he just like doesn't appear in the movie. It was kind of weird.
Lucy Liu kind of has like an extended cameo.
Yeah, I like her character.
Yeah,
She
me
ends up
too.
being the hero at the end,
The
I
hero.
guess.
Yeah. But you have a favorite scene?
I guess I like the scene where Stanley Tucci gets to give the speech at the end. Thought that was a nice moment because I really like his character. He's probably my favorite character as well. And it's just this moment of him finally getting the recognition that he deserves for all the work that he's put in at Runway.
Yeah.
So that was a cool moment, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
What'd you think?
I honestly, I know this is stupid, but I really liked the scene where this is specific when they're talking about making all the cuts and they make them go to fly like economy for the first class. And it's like them walking and it's like the luxury of the first class. And then they do like the
Yeah.
kind of sliding shot. And it's like the color grading changes and it looks like real. I don't know. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, that was a funny moment.
Yeah.
And then Miranda asks for like a drink as soon as she sits down.
Yeah. And there's like the like mom from like Wisconsin. It's like, oh, we have the snack boxes. It's funny.
Yeah, I think we should talk about a little bit about the box office as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, it,
It
I
made a
think
ton of money.
it already outgrossed the entire box office run of the first one. I think it made over 200 million worldwide opening weekend. It's kind of crazy because like the slot that it's in was originally for Doomsday,
Yeah,
and it's
which
like
I guess Disney
this.
had some faith in this.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was like their big kind of like opening summer. I mean, you could argue Mandalorian, but like
I
opening
feel
May.
like this might end up doing better than Mandalorian.
No, I don't think so.
You know how much
I
this
think
has made so
Mandal.
far?
How much? Like, was it 400,
31 million worldwide so far. It's
and what
had
is it going to end around 600?
2 weekends. I don't know. I feel
It's
like it
had
could be
two
like,
weekends. Damn.
yeah,
I didn't
that's
know.
it. It could push like 700 maybe, depending on the legs. And
That's
it has pretty good
crazy.
word of mouth. I feel like it got a good Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes
Nah,
as
yeah.
well.
And like a lot of like, I call these movies like workplace movies. Like people that might call like that coworkers will watch. Like this is a big one where all my coworkers have seen this.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. I'm just curious. I'm looking at Michael. Michael's at 581 and it has an extra weekend. So they're like tracking relatively similarly.
Yeah. And this didn't get any premium formatting, I don't believe. No IMAX, none of
For some
that.
reason, I feel like it might have been an IMAX. I don't know.
Maybe. But
Anyways, yeah, let me see. I had
yeah. They all got paid like real. I'm pretty sure like Emily Blunt, Anne Hathaway, and Meryl Streep all got like 12 million each or something like that.
Yeah, I think Meryl Streep took a pay cut to ensure that they got
Yeah.
paid well enough.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
yeah, when
There's
they
just
were
like a lot of positive, good juju around this movie. I can't explain it. Like behind the scenes, the people involved. Like I don't know. It's just like very, and I feel like that's very rare in Hollywood.
yeah, that's true. What'd you think of, this is random, like the boyfriend character?
Very forgettable.
Yeah, a lot of people, that was a major complaint that I'm seeing in some of the reviews is,
They could have
you
honestly
know,
left him out.
he's like a useless character. He doesn't add anything to the story.
You know, because you could cut his character and nothing really changes. She doesn't move in that apartment, maybe.
I don't know. I didn't mind it. Like, I get they're just trying to give her a love interest, but like, what did people want him to do?
I feel like it
He's
would have been
just
more
her
interesting
boyfriend.
if she met someone like in the fashion world, you know, like somebody in that kind of
Yeah,
sphere. Because
yeah,
his character's so outside of the story.
yeah. There's like this weird moment where they try to make them have a fight too, and it's like she's
So
talking
yeah,
about how this person went in and bought up the company and is like dividing it and fixing it. He's like, oh, that's kind of like what I did with this building. And she's like, that's not what I want to hear right now. And he leaves. It's like such a forced fight
Yeah.
that really, I guess, the only purpose that it serves is just to give her a happy ending with a guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that, honestly.
I just, yeah, you could honestly cut it and nothing would have changed. That's how I feel about a lot of love interests in movies, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know. It is an interesting sequel to tackle because the premise of the original is this whole sort of like power imbalance in the workplace, which at the time that that original movie came out, I think was much more prevalent than it is
Yeah.
now. So it's like, how do you make a sequel now? You know? So I kind of, I don't know. It's a bit of a difficult task, but I see it, what you're saying about how it's less of like that power imbalance because they're coworkers now
Yeah.
more than like, like one superior to the other.
Yeah.
But do you think they like did a good job addressing that dynamic in general?
I mean, I guess not in a way. Like, they don't really flesh it out. It's just kind of like she's there, like, and they just kind of like, I don't know. It's like they aren't berating her and making her like, like in the first one, they make her hang the jackets and do all these crazy errands and stuff. Like, she's not doing anything like that, but
Yeah.
it's more just like a coworker. It's like the relationship now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. It is a little bit difficult. So what's
Yeah.
Nami doing
But
in there? You keep looking around everywhere.
she's just like sitting by the door. I'm like, because I let her in and now she's going to want to go out. So I'm like waiting for her to start meowing. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. That's all right.
That's
She's
what they
like that.
do. And I think Clara's here too. So they're.
Oh, they're beefing a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, what did you rate it?
So yeah, so Devil Wears Prada 2, I gave a 3 stars, 6 out of 10. I feel like there's not much wrong with it. Like I enjoyed my time with it. I'm definitely not the target audience, I would say, but there were a couple issues I had with it, mainly this overarching plot point about how bad big corporations were and, how bad it is to come in and buy companies and like fire people and all this. And like the people who made this movie do that and did that. So it just felt a
Yeah,
little bit insincere and weird to me. But in general, I think it's okay. It's not like a legacy sequel that's a step above any other one I've seen. I thought it was good, but wasn't blown away.
fair, fair. So I was a little bit higher on it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, so 7 out of 10. So I disagree with Matt. I think it is better than most of the legacy sequels I've seen. And I feel like for me, I actually like the story works for me, and I feel it justifies its worth. Like it didn't feel like a cash grab, even though it's making a lot of money. It genuinely felt like the people involved wanted to make this movie because like the story fits. I don't know, it makes sense. Not perfect, obviously, but for the most part, I did enjoy it. And for reference, I gave the first one a same exact score, so 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I gave the first a 7, so
Yeah,
I'm like a little under
little
on
less
this one.
on it.
But this one
Man,
had a cat cameo, so
it
it's
did
all good.
when.
Cat,
Cat. I'm
Carl
thinking
Anthony
about
Tan,
I'm like
not
cat.
a
Like where? It
cat.
was a cat in the movie. All right, let me pull up. So I actually have not seen Mortal Kombat, the original movie.
Yeah, not like the original
Not the
from,
original. Actually, there's a
but
better chance I've seen that than the one from like the COVID year. But
yeah, this was one of
okay,
those movies that the original one, before you read the synopsis, that one came out like during COVID by Warner Brothers. It was one of the ones that they did day and date with
yeah.
HBO Max. And I don't think a lot of people saw it because of that, but I actually
I think
liked
it
it.
was like it did like numbers wise and like ratings. It did well in terms of like
Yeah.
how people like did the reception. But that was a wild time. But anyway, finish the fight. The fan favorite champion, now joined by Johnny Cage himself, are pitted against one another in the ultimate no holds barred, gory battle to the death and battle to defeat the dark rule of Shao Kahn that threatens the very existence of the Earth realm and its defenders. So, Matt, my brother put this perfectly. This is like watching an Avengers movie if you don't know any of the characters except like Iron Man and Captain America. That's what it felt like watching these. I'm not a big, not that I'm not, I just don't really care for the Mortal Kombat series. So I'm sure if you're a fan of these, there's a lot of like characters that you enjoyed and like things from the video games that happen that, I don't know, like there was a lot of like KOs that I don't play the games, but I've seen clips like, oh, I remember people doing that and stuff. The fights were pretty good. That was definitely the biggest highlight of the movie for me were the fights. But Other than the story's not really the best, it's kind of very one-noted. Like there's a MacGuffin, and they have to destroy the MacGuffin, and that's the story essentially. But I mean, it's Mortal Kombat, so I don't know what else I was really expecting. But Matt, I don't know if you want to add to that.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what you've said so far. I don't know. The fights are good. I think they nail a lot of that. There are a lot of like aura farming moments, definitely, I noticed, of
Mm.
like people doing certain moves or like saying one liners. And it's just like, there was a specific fight. I forget. I can't remember all their names, bro. There's so many of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Who's the
people.
one that shoots fire? Liu Kang? Is that his name?
Luke, I think.
Let me pull up the letterbox. Sorry. So I just,
Yeah, it's Liu Kang. I just looked at the thing. Yeah. Oh, he's from the what you call it, the Power Rangers movie.
oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen that. But anyways, yeah, like that one fight scene between Liu Kang and like his brother, I think, where the whole stadium kind of turns red. I thought that was really sick. Like there's a
Yeah,
lot of
that was
moments
cool.
like that where there's just cool visuals with the fighting. The thing is, they throw a lot at you, and if you're not familiar with Mortal Kombat, it kind of is a bit
Yeah,
much, you know, which is kind of like what you mentioned. And then at the beginning, there's just like so much lore and plot building just thrown into like so little amount of time. Like you
yeah.
meet Katana, and then you meet Shao
Shao
Kahn,
Kahn.
and there's all this like, there's this amulet that some guy who the guy was dead. What the fuck's his name? The
That
like
I
Australian
hated
guy.
his character. That the Australian dude.
Sorry, if this is confusing, this is how confusing it actually
Yeah,
was. What the
he
fuck's the
was
guy's
actually the
name?
worst character in the movie.
Kano. Kano. So yeah, you get basically, there's like this necromancer guy that shows up, and he's like, we got to get this guy Kano's body because he stole this like thing. What was the thing called?
The amulet
An
of
amulet.
something.
So yeah, this necromancer is like, we got to get Kano because he stole this amulet. We have to figure out where he put it, and then like it has Raiden's powers infused in it, and it could make you immortal. So Kano just like had this thing in his pocket. So they resurrect him just for him to take it out of his pocket. They could have just looked in his pocket before they did that. And then Shao Kahn puts it on his chest, and he just becomes immortal. Which I didn't like that he was immortal because it
Yeah,
took out any of the suspense from any of his fight scenes. Like it's impossible to kill him. Why do I care
yeah.
about what's happening right now? You know,
I
especially
agree.
after the first scene where he fights against another guy. I'm forgetting.
It's like Scorpion's like descendant or something. The dude that like
Yeah,
absorbs the
Cole
shocks.
Young.
Yeah,
Cole Young. So Cole Young, who was the main character, the first one, gets sent on like a suicide match when he first appears. We know that Shao Kahn's invincible. Like we know that he can't kill him. So it's kind of like a humiliation ritual. He goes in, actually takes him down, slices his throat open. Dude just heals and then smashes his head with a hammer and kills him instantly. It's like this
yeah.
was the main character of the first movie. But
And
just
I'm curious
no,
if is the
go ahead. Yeah,
amulet like
sorry.
a thing from the games, or is it just? It seems like it's just a plot device for the movie.
Yeah, I can't really speak on that because I'm not entirely sure if it's in the games. But it's just like so easy, bro. It's just
Yeah,
like, oh, it's an amulet of invincibility. Like
he
what the?
should have just got it. They should
It's
have made him
so
get it
dumb.
like towards the end. If he gets it towards the end of the movie, and that happens like once, I feel like it's fine. But this, he gets it like in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, it would have been like if in Infinity War Thanos got all the stones at the beginning and then he just like killed every single person he fought because he was
Yeah,
invincible until the end. It
yeah.
just I don't know. It was a little weird and it just made the fights less interesting because this guy's invincible.
But
Invincible reference. What
yeah,
did you think of Johnny Cage and Carl Urban playing him?
he was fine. I mean, I don't really know. Like, I know he's just supposed to be like a movie star, but I mean, he plays that character fine. He like I don't know. I wasn't really in love with any of the characters. I mean, that's the one you definitely get to know the most. Like he has the most kind of fleshed out character. I feel like in the movie.
Yeah. I
I
didn't
feel
love
like
him. I think
yeah. The one
part
thing
of
is that
it. No, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
is that he feels a little bit old for the role. Like they should have went with someone like maybe like 10, 15 years younger. Not like a 20-year
Yeah.
old, but someone a little more. I don't know.
I mean, they incorporate his age into the character because Johnny Cage is normally just like this arrogant movie star guy. He's not like a washed up old guy that's trying to like
Oh, so this
rediscover
is
that
like a
he had the power
departure from
inside
the.
him. Yeah, which I get it if you want to make that like change to the character because you get an actor of a certain age and it's worth it in that way. But to me, Carl Urban is not. It's not like he's the perfect Johnny Cage. You know,
Yeah.
he was good, but I don't know, something about him I just didn't like him. I think part of it, it's not his fault, but I could totally completely tell that he was faking an American accent the entire time,
Yeah.
which kind of took me out of it a little bit. Maybe that's just because I've seen him in so many other things like with his actual accent, and I was like,
Yeah.
this guy's clearly just like putting on an accent right now. I also think Carl Urban's like a badass in kind of a Billy Butcher kind of way, where he's like a little bit edgy and
Yeah.
sort of like dark. He could work as a badass in that way. I don't think he works as a badass like an action movie star badass like how
Yeah.
Johnny
Like a
Cage is.
traditional. Yeah.
So that aspect didn't really work for me. I started to like him more by the end,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Like when
I
he has
also
the
think
fight with
yeah,
that
Baraka.
that yeah that like random creature.
Baraka I think is a notable character from Mortal Kombat.
Really? Yeah. I was
Yeah.
curious about that.
He looked cool if you're just looking at a picture of him. The problem is those teeth were so fake. They were like
Yeah.
rubber. So every
You
time
could
he
tell like
spoke,
his mouth was all yeah. It didn't like line up with his mouth movement.
yeah.
But
I mean, it's fine. We like practical stuff, so I'd rather them do it practically,
yeah.
but
But yeah. Did you have who was your favorite character? I know there's a million characters in this, but
I don't know. I didn't really like Katana that much. She's supposed to be kind of the main character alongside Johnny Cage. I guess I'll go with Raiden. I like Raiden. Raiden has one of the most insane aura farming lines of all time. I forget who goes to kill him. It's one of the villains because there's literally so many characters in this. But one of the villains goes to kill him and he's like, "You should be dead." And then Raiden's like, "You should be running." And just like launches lightning at him. It was so cool. But
oh, I remember that actually.
yeah, yeah. It was just there's a lot of those moments like that in the movie. But yeah, I like Raiden. I like Scorpion, even though he's not in it as much.
Yeah, they were
What?
cool.
Who did you like out of everyone?
I mean, I liked honestly, I didn't mind Katana, and I liked the character Jade, that bald girl. I don't
Yeah,
know why I thought she was good too,
I
but
didn't really like her just because she kind of like yeah. This was another thing I was gonna mention is so she turns her back on Katana out of fear of Shao Kahn, which like is
yeah,
understandable, but also like have a backbone. And then she kind of just like switches up randomly. They don't really like
for no
address it
reason.
too
Yeah, they
much.
don't tell you why.
And then she just goes to hell and like helps them down there. They don't really address why she had the change of heart or anything.
Because she
Was
felt
I didn't
guilty.
even when it first showed her going to hell, I didn't understand why she was going there to begin with. I feel like it wasn't really clear that she was
I thought she
going
was
there to
going to
help
get
the
the
heroes.
amulet.
Yeah, so did I. Because that's what she told that other evil guy that she
Yeah,
was with. But anyways, yeah. So I don't know if you knew this, but you know Ed Boon or no?
sounds
You know who that
familiar.
is? So he's the creator of Mortal Kombat or
Uh-huh.
co-creator, and he also does the Injustice games as well. He had a cameo in the movie. He was the bartender.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, it was just kind of funny. And I like know what he looks like because I've seen him on Twitter and stuff. Because I used to be like really really into Injustice, and I would always be like watching videos about Injustice. When is Injustice 3 gonna come out and all this shit. And
Yeah,
I would see like clips of him talking sometimes, so I recognized him instantly.
yeah. Aren't they doing another Injustice?
Apparently, they're working on a DC fighting game right now that is not Injustice 3.
It's probably
Apparently,
DCKO.
I don't know what that is, but
That's like
maybe.
it's like a newer. It came out last year. It's like a comic that basically like Darkseid comes to Earth and they have to do like a fighting tournament and like whoever's the winner is the only person that's going to be able to take on Darkseid, and they all just kind of like box each other and stuff. So it's probably that because it just came out.
Doesn't that have like cameos in it?
Yeah, like I'm in Homelander's in it. Like Annabelle from the Conjuring series is in it. There's like all these random people in it.
It's so like obviously WB product
Yeah, yeah.
placement in there.
But yeah, favorite scene?
I don't know. I liked some of the Baraka stuff. He was funny, like where he like kind of just loves Johnny Cage. That whole element. Let me think.
Yeah.
I like the final battle where Katana like switches up and then she has to fight her dad. But just that whole battle in general, where Liu Kang kind of gets murdered and then becomes this like fire entity, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. But yeah,
Yeah, there's a
probably,
lot.
I don't know. I like that last fight scene. It was cool.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I feel like the fight scene when they're in like that space plane where it's like all blue and red. I enjoyed that fight scene, and the kill sequence was really good. Where like kicks him and then like holds him, like he kicks him and like grabs his arm and like slams him down.
Yeah, that was a cool KO. Or not, it's not
Yeah,
called fatality. That's what it's
fatality.
called.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's like much really going on here, you know?
yeah,
I feel like I would appreciate this movie more if I knew more of the lore. Like, I also really
yeah,
like the character Bihan, who is Sub-Zero after he's killed. Like, I don't know how that works. I wish I knew some more of the lore about that.
yeah. I was gonna
But
say
he
it's
has
gotta be
kind of
like
like these phantom versions of himself. I don't know. I just
yeah.
would have appreciated, I guess, going into it with more of that lore. Oh, excuse me. Hi. Okay. Yeah, I guess we could rate it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have anything else you want to say. I know they're making this into a trilogy at the least, so
Oh,
get ready
really?
for
I didn't
more.
know that.
And then opening weekend, this made like 60 million. I'm pretty sure the budget was like,
Probably around
I think it's 80 million budget.
All right.
So it should break even, hopefully.
Also, I have one other thing I forgot. A ton of CG. Like every
Yeah.
single background was CG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually. But did you rate it? No, right?
No, not yet. You can
Wanna
rate
go
it
first?
first.
I'll go first. So I gave it a 3 out of 5, so 6 out of 10. I think it's fun for what it is. The fight scenes are kind of enjoyable and stuff, but if you don't know the characters, it's kind of just like you don't really know what's going on. You're just kind of there for the ride type of thing, which is fine, but you know, nothing really to write home about. No reinventing the wheel.
Yeah, I gave it a 2.5 stars, 5 out of 10. I like the original movie like significantly more, which I think probably won't be a popular opinion. But
Yeah.
I just think there was way too many characters in this, way too much shit going on. And I don't know, the plot just sucked, in my opinion. It was very convoluted. Well,
Yeah.
actually, no, it's not convoluted. It's like the opposite of convoluted. It's like very basic. It's like, oh, we have to get this
There's a lot of
amulet and
characters
destroy
in
it
it.
to kill the villain. But yeah, I don't know. It was fine, I guess. I keep saying it was fine about like every movie, but
There's a lot of mid.
yeah, it just I don't know. I don't know. I wish I cared more about Mortal Kombat. I probably would have enjoyed it a bit more. But yeah,
Like, so what's your rating?
I said 2.5 stars.
But yeah, so that's Mortal Kombat, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like now the rough part of the year is over. The release is coming up. The next couple months are going to be a lot better. Like even next week, we have Obsession and
Yeah.
Mandalorian, and it's going to keep getting better from there.
Yep.
But
We'll see
now
with
we can,
Mandalorian, but
yeah. I don't know about better, but definitely at least entertaining. Okay, so we'll go into it. We're on our movie news now. I think didn't we talk about the first one?
no, we didn't actually because it
Oh.
came out like the day after we recorded our last episode.
Okay. So we got our first trailer to Zach Krieger's Resident Evil. It's going to come out in September. It's an original story. I believe it's supposed to take place during the second one. I'm not too familiar with the games, but I don't really know much about the games, but it looks kind of like one of those like drop a guy in a situation and everything goes to shit type of things. But it looks pretty good. I'm entertained. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think Zach Kreger basically described it as that, like what you just said. He
Hmm.
wants his Resident Evil movies to be like, what if you dropped just a random guy like me into a Resident Evil game? What would happen? It's not like some marksman or anything like that. So you have this guy who's played by Austin Abrams that kind of has no knowledge or fighting experience, just dropped into this Resident Evil world. And I think
Yeah.
for this little teaser, it showed us some cool stuff. There's not a lot in terms of plot or anything like that, but we get a couple looks at different type of creatures. There's the one that has like all these different arms that comes out of the door, which I thought looked really cool.
Yeah.
Then
that
you have
looks
like the
sick, 'cause, like,
Baron Harkonnen looking one.
yeah.
There, there's scenes of zombies falling from the sky. You know,
Yeah.
you don't get too much, but I think it does a pretty good job of setting up a little bit of what this world is like. So I'm looking forward to this movie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you have anything else to say about that.
No.
But all right. So the next big ish news is that Greta Gerwig's Narnia movie, which is The Magician's Nephew, which is that like the first? I forget if that's the first book.
I think it is. I've never read them,
Yes.
but
Because I know the
assuming.
original movies was like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe
Yeah.
was the first one. But anyways, it was originally supposed to come out this December, and it got delayed until February of next year. But I think what's even more interesting than the delay is that this is going to be Netflix's first ever wide theatrical release for a film. It's going to be shown in theaters globally with IMAX exclusively for over 45 days before it hits Netflix, which
It's
I think this
crazy.
is a huge step in the right direction for
Yeah.
Netflix.
And it's
And it
crazy that
kind of makes me wish Netflix would have bought Warner
Warner
Brothers
Brothers.
now, you know? But what were
And
you going
I
to
feel
say?
like it's a testament also to Greta Gerwig that she was the director to be able to have, because so many directors have tried to get theatrical releases for Guillermo del Toro, David Fincher, all these different, and it's crazy that this is the, I guess because like Barbie, she has like a lot of pull with her movies that they have a lot of faith in this, that they think it's going to make money. I mean, it probably will. I feel like these are really popular, like in Europe.
I think it will.
Um, and
It's a
I'm
big
sure like,
franchise.
yeah, it's like, I'm sure if it's good, people will like get reinvigorated in the franchise and whatnot, which I'm sure it
Yeah, I
will
don't.
be.
I've seen a bit of the cast too. The cast looks pretty
I know
good.
Daniel
So
Craig is in it, right?
Daniel Craig's in it. Emma Mackey's in it. I'm not sure who else.
Isn't Charlie XCX in it or something?
I think that was rumored. I'm not sure if that's true.
No,
I bet she'll make music for it. But
but yeah, it's very exciting. Next bit of news that we got is Scarlett Johansson, she's been booked and busy, will star in Ari Aster's next film, Scapegoat, for A24. And I believe that she read the script and like loved it so much that like made like scheduling accommodations, because she's filming like Batman and Exorcist right now to be able to film this.
wow,
Um,
I didn't actually know that.
yeah,
I
I know
yeah,
she definitely like it, but she had to make accommodations to get involved in it. But yeah, it's. I mean, I thought what was his last one?
Eddington.
Eddington was great. So I don't know. Is it a comedy? Did they say it? They don't know.
I don't really know anything about it. I just see Scarjo and Ari Aster. It's one of my favorite actresses, one of my favorite directors. Want to work together. It's always something great to see. So just that headline in general got me excited. I didn't know she had said that about the script and is willing to make all these accommodations. But I'm sure it'll be something crazy, some weird script. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's writing it because I know that he said he wanted to maybe take a step back from writing after Eddington
Hmm.
and direct, but maybe get someone else to write. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But it's for A24, and Ari
And
Aster's
I
always
feel like
got.
she doesn't do a lot of these. She's more like, it's kind of cool that you can argue she's like one of the biggest female actresses working right now. And she does like, she's doing The Exorcist, she did Jurassic World. Oh, that was the other thing, because they're gonna start filming Jurassic World, like I believe in the summer. So like they had to do scheduling stuff with that as well. Like she's busy, and she still made time to do this movie. So I mean,
Yeah. She
you
does
know,
both, she does her Lost in Translations, but she
but
also
she
does her
hasn't done one of
Jurassic
like
Worlds.
one of those in a while.
Yeah, I mean she does Wes Anderson, if you want to count that. She's been in a lot of
Mm,
Wes Anderson stuff.
no, but not really. He's more
Under
like
the
mainstream.
Skin, Marriage Story,
Okay,
things
Marriage
like
Story.
that.
Yeah.
She does both, which
Hmm.
again, really respect that. She's Black Widow and she's also in Ari Aster's movie.
She's also gonna
But
be not Harvey Dent's wife, Harvey Dent's sister.
we don't know her character yet,
Oh,
apparently. She's going to be a secret. But
yeah.
all right. Another small bit of casting news, and I guess we could talk about the two big castings
Hmm.
for this, is Man of Tomorrow. We're getting Matthew Lillard. We'll talk about him first. So who do you think he's going to play?
It's probably just gonna be like a random cop, or like, I know already. Like he's gonna be like a random, like, what is that organization they checkmate? Like a random checkmate like person. Like I don't think he's gonna be anyone substantial, unfortunately.
Why do you say
I just have a weird feeling like they're gonna cast him in a normie role.
maybe? I know a lot of people want him for Plastic Man. And I
He's
feel
too
like
old.
I don't know though, because with the age of some of these characters in this universe, look at Hal Jordan. How come there can't be if there's an old Hal Jordan, why can't there be an old Plastic Man?
I guess that's true. But it's like they're doing that more because they want, what's his name? Like they have another Green Lantern. Like they want Jonathan Stewart to be like the main Green Lantern of this universe.
Yeah, that's true. One like shot in the dark role, he would be a good Joker. I gotta say. I don't know if they would ever put Joker in Man of Tomorrow or how that would make any sense.
Yeah, he would.
But
And it would match up with the Batman age, too.
yeah, he would be a solid Joker. Listen,
would.
he's William Afton, after all. He
Yeah,
could do it, but
that
we'll
would be
see.
cool.
And then the other one was this actor named Sinqua Walls, who is relatively unknown. I actually know him from the White Man Can't Jump reboot that he was in with Jack Harlow, where he was pretty good.
Well, yeah, this picture,
I
he
don't know
looks
if
a
you
lot
watched
skinnier
that.
in the. I haven't, but I recognize him from the poster. But he looks like a lot bigger in this photo.
Yeah, but so anyways, that's what I know him from. Relatively unknown. But according to the Hollywood Reporter, details about his role are being kept in a lead-lined safe. So with that phrasing, that makes me think he's playing someone big. I don't know who that could be. I know a lot of people just see a black actor cast and are like, Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not
We're-
saying that can't be him, but
yeah.
that's just what a lot of people online have been saying. I could see him as Martian Manhunter. I don't
know
really
anything
know.
about the actors. So I don't know. But honestly, it doesn't. I mean, James Gunn's also shown he doesn't care about like comic accuracy in terms of like characters, race, and stuff. So this character could be anybody, honestly.
Yeah, just weird that they're keeping his role so secret, you know? And who's big left to be cast of Superman's kind of central
Parasite.
characters? Maybe, because we're 100% getting Brainiac. He's already cast, though.
Yeah.
You know, we have our Lex Luthor cast. We know Superman, obviously. Like,
Missing, like,
who else is...
Superman rogues honestly aren't that good. It's like Zod, which they're gonna wait a while for, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think he's Zod.
Parasite, like Livewire, Metallo.
Yeah, I saw a couple people mentioned he could be Black Lightning as well. I don't really know if they'd bring that
Black
character
Lightning
in.
is supposed to be like a teenager, though.
No, that's Static Shock.
Oh, Static Shock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Black Lightning is the one that had the CW show.
Yeah,
which I've seen him like cameo in a couple of the Flash episodes and stuff.
yeah.
Maybe. I mean, he's a relatively unknown character, but James Gunn has proven that he doesn't care how well known the character is, you know? So we'll see with him. I feel like the Matt Lillard one is a little bit more interesting, but I do agree that he's probably going to be like a nobody.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know? So.
But next bit of news we got a new Planet of the Apes movie is in the works. And Matt Shackman is set to direct. And it will not be a continuation of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is honestly kind of disappointing because I did enjoy that movie. Although I think Shackman's a great director. So I'm very interested to see like what he'll be doing in this kind of, you know, wheelbarrow, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know,
no,
like, where do
agree.
you go? I don't know why they don't just continue from the first one, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that first one had obviously great effects, and which I'm sure will be here as well. But I did enjoy those characters. You know, you have like the main ape. His name's like Noah, right? Was that it?
I
Noah.
think Noah, yeah.
And
I
you
like,
had
like,
a good villain there, like a decent setup for a next movie. I like how it was in the world of the last Planet of the Apes trilogy. Like there's mentions to Caesar and stuff. It just took place years later. I wonder if they abandoned that entirely now. You know.
I hope not, dude. I mean, I enjoyed it. Like, I liked the characters and stuff. And I feel like it did pretty.
Yeah, that's why it's a little bit confusing, unless it's like a spin-off, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Maybe they originally brought Shackman in to do a sequel, and then eventually, as the film developed, they were just like, let's just do something different.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it made it, that last one made enough money to warrant them to work on a new Apes movie this soon. So why not just continue it? Unless there is like some
unless he
sort
pitched
of
something that like they loved. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because if they thought the last one was a failure, I don't think they would just like make another one, regardless of if it's connected or not, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways, so we also got some camera tests for the Batman Part 2, which confirms that the movie will be set during winter. And Matt Reeves has been pretty active on Twitter. He's the one who posted these two images. And he was responding to a couple people's replies. One person tweeted, "Can't wait till we see this." And it's like a frame of the Batman get in the snow, like bloodied up. And Matt Reeves is like, "You'll see it," or like something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this next couple months of Matt Reeves posting little things on Twitter.
Because I'm sure there's
castings
casting news that we still didn't get yet.
And it's great to see that this movie's finally doing something. There's finally something happening with this
Yeah.
movie. Is it releasing? It's next year, right?
Next year.
2027?
It's gonna be the first time in a long time that there's a Batman and Superman movie filming, because they're both filming. Well, Superman started already. Batman's probably starting soon, and they're both gonna release next year as well.
It would be so easy to just toss Robert Pattinson in for a
I
cameo
know.
at the end of Man of Tomorrow. I don't know if
Well,
they'll
we'll
do
see
it.
what Clayface is gonna give us some more answers on that.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Him being a producer is like,
Yeah,
it's a little
it's not.
fishy.
Yeah, it's a little fishy. We'll see,
Yeah.
because we have no word on any updates on Brave and the Bold. So
Yeah.
this is still, as far as I'm concerned, the Reevesverse X DCU is not dead yet.
Hopefully. But now
Then yeah,
our last bit of news for the day. I don't know. Greg Motola is the frontrunner to potentially direct a Deathstroke and Bane movie for DC. He was known for directing Superbad and Paul, as well as episodes of Peacemaker. I love Superbad, actually. I think it's like one of the best comedies ever made. I just like don't understand. I don't understand why this movie is. I remember them talking about this like a couple months ago, that there was a script went around and it was apparently horrible and they rewrote the script. I just don't understand the need for this movie. Like, I feel like these characters don't even interact in the comics a lot.
yeah.
Unless it's
I
like
mean,
on like a Sinister Six, or like a, not Sinister Six, I'm sorry, Secret Six or Suicide Squad or something like that.
yeah. I just feel like, when are these Hollywood writers gonna realize that villain movies that don't include the hero do not work? There was one exception, which is Joker 1. That's it. Every other
What
one
about
was
the
mid
Suicide
to
Squad?
horrible. I mean, first of all, that's a full team. The first one was horrible. Even if you want to say that, 2 exceptions.
No, yeah, because
You
like
know?
when I don't think this is like a villain. Like, no, I mean the second one, obviously not the first one. But
Yeah.
like when I hear this, I think it's going to be more in line with that, like something like Suicide Squad than like a villain origin story. Because
I mean,
these characters are famous for being on those teams a lot of the time.
the way that I could see this being cool and interesting is if this is maybe a Teen Titans movie told through the lens of Deathstroke, but also
That would be cool. That would be really
that
cool.
would be sick. But what does Bane have to do with that?
That's why I think it's just like they get hired to do something. It's probably going to be like they get hired to do something and the job involves something like way more dangerous than they thought. And it's like about that. Because like they're both like Deathstroke's bad, but he's not like he's not like the Joker where he just like is like morally like he's not like he doesn't want the world to burn or anything like that. Like they're interested in making
Yeah.
money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
That
know.
being said,
Because
I
know.
don't understand why this has to exist, but you know.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know. James Gunn. He just lets that. I can't even talk about it anymore. That's that initial timeline of movies. The slate. The slate is fucked at this point.
Yeah, it's like we're not getting Waller and what's the other one?
Authority.
Yeah.
Haven't heard anything of Brave and the Bold. Haven't heard anything about Swamp Thing. But it's like
Swamp
we're
Thing
getting the
Swamp Thing
Clayface
they said is
movie.
going to be a while because he's doing that. You know how he's doing that movie with what's his name? Timothy Chalamet,
Timmy?
that like racing movie. So it's
Yeah.
not. He has that, and he has the
Star
new
Wars.
Star Wars movie. So that's Swamp Thing is like 4 or 5 years down the line.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
because like
we'll
like,
see if
just
Clayface can
realistically-
prove me wrong, but the villain movies, bro, they just don't work. They just don't work. The Joker's the only one. That's it.
but watch.
But whatever.
I keep telling you, dude, you have to watch those like 3 animated episodes of the Batman series. It's called A Feat of Clay, and it's like Batman's like
Isn't
he's
Batman in it though?
no, he's only in it at the end. Like he's not like that. He's not involved in the story.
All right, maybe I'll send it to me. How about that?
Like that's so basically. What's his name? Who's the guy who wrote Clayface?
The movie?
Flanagan. Flanagan watched those
Oh,
3
yeah.
episodes and wrote a script based off of that.
So he wrote it based off those 3 episodes, and you think it
Yeah.
like is good enough to warrant, you know?
Yeah, I think the story's really cool actually.
Fair enough.
Like Batman pulled in the thing, like obviously it's not a spoiler. Like Batman like pulls up at the end because he just kind of like, You ever see that scene of like Clayface in like that room with all the TV screens and like he keeps like changing into all the like that's when he pulls up and he's kind of just like what the fuck like
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah,
Which could be a cool moment for Pattinson to appear, but
that would be
we'll see.
if that's the way they introduce it, because that scene's really cool and I would love to see how they tackle that in live action. And if that's the scene that like confirms that Pattinson's in the DCU, that would be really really cool.
Yeah, I agree. That would be sick. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for movie news.
Yeah.
Maybe we could talk a little bit about what we've been watching recently besides our movies for this episode. Did you ever get a chance to see Hokum? I actually liked Hokum quite a lot.
I heard it's like I heard people describe it as you. It felt like a video game in a way. Like it was a lot of
Kind
like
of.
task doing and like things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There's like puzzle solving scenes that I thought were pretty cool. And it actually does feel like a video game, kind of. I didn't really think of that. But
Yeah,
Adam Scott does a great job of just playing a complete asshole, which he's not usually like that. He kind of plays something similar to that in Step Brothers, if you want to consider that an
yeah,
asshole. But he's like a miserable asshole in this. You wouldn't really expect that from the marketing and stuff.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, no, I liked it a lot. It's actually pretty creepy. The setting is really cool. It takes place in Ireland. It's basically like a hotel where his parents honeymooned, and the hotel happens to be haunted. So when his parents die, he wants to go there and go to where they honeymooned and bring their
yeah.
ashes. So that little that like bunny that you see in the marketing, the bunny, that mask,
Isn't it like barely in it?
very scary, very creepy looking, especially when it shows up in the movie. Not really in the movie that much. Doesn't really have anything to do with the movie.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, it's not their fault. They kind of showed it in a trailer and people just ran with it. But I wish we would have saw a little bit more of that because it was really scary.
yeah.
But yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Let me see what else I watched.
You know what
Anything
I've been
come to
watching?
mind? One Piece
I've
still?
been like grinding one. Yeah, I'm on like 738, I think now.
Yeah, I've been
I'm like,
slacking with movies. I haven't watched like anything.
yeah, I have been. I mean, I'm working a lot now, and like just honestly, I've just been grinding One Piece. I want to catch up so bad.
Yeah.
If at this pace, I'll probably be caught up in like 2 3 months.
You said you haven't watched The Boys, right?
Nah, not really. I watched like some of Daredevil. Boys are just
Yeah.
I have no interest, honestly, dude. Like
Yeah, I was
I don't
such a
even
big fan of The Boys when it first
the
came
first like
out.
2 3 seasons are good.
It feels like a parody of itself at this point. Like the amount of just sex jokes and like innuendos that the characters say,
Yeah, I heard
it's just
Homelander's
like
like insufferable this season
not even
with
him.
that shit.
Soldier Boy is horrible. It's just like this is humor that was funny when the original Deadpool came out. Like you know that joke that they had in the Deadpool trailer where it was like, "Oh, your face looks like this. Your face looks like this. It looks like an avocado had sex with this."
Oh
Or
yeah,
like
yeah.
that is like how every single line of dialogue is like that in The Boys.
Oh,
It's
I don't like that.
insufferable at this
Yeah,
point. It's like horrible.
yeah.
But
Fuck that.
it's a shame because a lot of the characters were great. Like Homelander's, people thought of him as one of the best villains in any comic
Yeah,
book media. But he's like a joke at this point. It's I don't know. I just don't. I'm not a fan anymore, sadly.
fair, fair.
So Daredevil, I'm
But
not caught up on yet.
yeah, I'm on like I saw like some crazy clips of like uh Kingpin like mauling people. I don't, you know
Yeah,
what I'm talking about?
yeah. I'm
Like
trying to think which part I'm up to.
I'm not up to that wherever that is. I think
Yeah,
the last one I watched was the Jessica Jones episode.
I don't even think I watched that one. I'm
Alright,
like
so
one
then
before that. I think
I think I'm like on 5 or 6 maybe.
I've seen the spoilers of the ending,
Yeah, me
which
too.
is that. So yeah, he basically says,
Is
"I am
he?
Daredevil."
Oh, I mean, I knew he was in jail. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, no, he
But I
says,
mean,
"I am
whatever.
Daredevil."
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever. My bad. I thought you saw
it's
that.
yeah. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
I
so
know
he
he
ends
ends up
up
in
in
jail.
jail,
Yeah.
and we already knew that because Luke Cage's actor posted footage of him from season 3,
Is
and it
he?
shows.
I saw a thing that apparently he pulls up at the end of this show.
I saw a picture on Twitter where it's like first look at Luke Cage in Daredevil Born Again. So I don't know if that's from the last episode or if that was like a released picture. Anyways, yeah.
But yeah.
Well, once I
Uh,
I have to catch up on that, but I will
yeah.
eventually.
But it's good. It's good this year. It's not like it's just on par with the other seasons.
Yeah. But all right. I don't know if you wanted to mention anything else you've seen or not, but
I mean, One Piece. I just finished the Dressrosa arc, which um it has this villain Doflamingo, which he's probably my favorite villain in One Piece now. Like his story and like it's just crazy how many
Is he
good.
gonna be in the show anytime soon or no? Like
Nah,
the
they'll probably
live
never
action?
adapt him because he's like so far in the like the live action. They only Oda, who's the author of One Piece, like only wants them to only go up to a certain point. And, like, most fans think it's, like, right before the time skip. Like, so basically what
Yeah.
happens is, like, that's, like, they have, like, their Avengers Endgame, like, it's called the Great War or something. It's basically, like, all these pirates pull up and, like, all these really strong, like, Marines people pull up. And it's, like, all these different characters from the show. That's probably where they're on the show, but
I mean,
yeah.
I guess that would make the most sense in terms of like aging out of roles, like for the characters,
Yeah.
because they don't want
I
an
don't even
adult Luffy.
I don't know how they're even gonna do, like, Frankie, who's, like, the cyborg of the crew. Like, he's, like, the guy with, like, the giant arms. You know what I'm talking about? Or no?
I don't, I don't know. I'm not sure.
But
Why? What about
but yeah.
him?
No, like, I don't even like, how are they gonna do these characters in live action? I don't like, Brooks is just like a straight
Oh,
up skeleton. I don't know how they're gonna,
I guess CGI. Wait, did
Chopper
you
looks
watch the
good,
new
though.
season?
No, I didn't, but I know, like, what they adapted. It's cool
Do
to
you plan on
watch, like,
watching it or no?
not anytime soon. I probably will eventually. It's just, like, it's cool to see, like, these characters brought to life. Like, just seeing the outfits alone is kinda cool for me,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
No, that's true.
And Oda does like a lot of artwork with the characters, just like cover art for like different manga issues, and like there'll be scenes where like they make them wear all the outfits from like a cover art that he
Yeah,
drew, and like I don't know, I
that's
like that
cool.
stuff I like, but yeah,
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
see how
but
long that show goes on for. I know there's like some
yeah,
marketing for the new Avatar season, right? I don't know
I
if you've
like
seen that,
completely forgot that they're doing that. He looks
which
so
is
much
like,
older, dude. He looks
yeah, I
like
was
an
gonna
adult. It's
mention
mad
that.
funny. He's tall now, but it's fun. Like they have to age up. That's like one of the complaints of the show too, is because like him and Katara are like kind of in a relationship, and he's like a lot younger than her. So like it's not the
Yeah,
craziest thing in the world that they age him up.
yeah. I mean, it
But
is supposed to be its own thing, I guess.
yeah.
But
But
all right.
yeah, let's get to you want to talk about your movie?
Yeah, so last episode, I decided to recommend the 1987 film Spaceballs, which is directed by Mel Brooks. And the reason why I wanted to recommend it is because, first of all, I love Mel Brooks, huge fan of his, and he's still kicking. He's like 100 years old at this point, and he's like still doing his thing. But yeah, we're getting a Spaceballs 2 next year, so I thought it would be kind of cool to revisit this. I watched it when I was younger, but I didn't really remember it too much. So yeah, I'll read the synopsis of it. May the Schwartz be with you. No, it's okay. When the nefarious Dark Helmet hatches a plan to snatch Princess Vespa and steal her planet's heir, space bum for hire Lone Star and his clueless sidekick fly to the rescue. Along the way, they meet Yogurt, who puts Lone Star wise to the power of the Schwartz. Can he master it in time to save the day? So, as you guys can probably tell, this is a straight up Star Wars parody for the most part. They do poke fun at other kind of sci-fi franchises.
Yeah,
And this was like the golden age of spoof movies. This was before you got like the disaster movie and like
yeah,
epic movie and all that bullshit. This was like genuinely funny
yeah.
comedy. And
Hmm.
I actually enjoyed it. I had a fun time with it. Maybe it's because I know the material a lot, like we're fans of Star
Yeah,
Wars. I also love Mel Brooks. And also,
yeah,
John Candy is a big character in
yeah,
it. Rick Moranis is a big character in it. These are like great actors. Well, not, I
yeah.
mean, John
Well,
Candy's great.
John Candy's like a classic.
Yeah. And it's probably my favorite Mel Brooks movie. I don't know. It's hard to say. But did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like, not all the jokes were for me, but like a lot of like the stupid like slapstick stuff I liked. Like I don't know, things like that I enjoyed, and it's like Star Wars adjacent enough for me. And it's
Yeah.
funny because they've never attempted to do any other like. There's never been like a Marvel spoof attempt or like you know what I mean. So it's kind
I
of
mean,
interesting that
yeah. What
like
like
a
I mentioned
studio,
epic
yeah,
movie and disaster movie, those have like Marvel spoofs because they came out during the time when like Iron Man and stuff came out, but they're horrible.
yeah,
No,
like
actually
this.
that superhero movie, the one with Drake Bell.
I
Do you
haven't
remember
seen
that?
that. I
You never
remember
seen
hearing
that?
about it, but no.
But anyways, sorry, continue.
But no, but I it's this works, like, where a lot of them are pretty bad. Like, this is actually pretty funny. And I like
Yeah.
the commitment to, like, you know, they all have these crazy costumes. Like, Mel Brooks goes in, like, entire gold makeup for, like, the fake Yoda thing, you know. I like the commitment to the craft in it.
Yeah. And he's coming back for the sequel as well. And
Is he
he's literally
directing
like
it or no?
100. I believe he is, and he's actually, let me check that.
Let me look up.
No,
No,
he's
it's
not. He's not.
John.
Okay. I was
I
gonna
don't know
say
this
because he's
guy.
like 100 something. Nah, I don't know if he's 100, but
This guy directed Will and Harper. That's such a
it's like a
random,
random
and some, like,
Spaceballs. What's the
he
sequel
directed
called?
Strays.
Spaceballs, the new one.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, Spaceballs, the new one.
Isn't
Josh
Kiki Palmer in
Greenbaum.
it?
Yeah, the new one's gonna have Mel Brooks, Rick Moranis, Bill Pullman, all coming back. Also, Bill Pullman, father of Lewis Pullman, who plays Sentry. Lewis
Lewis
Pullman's
Pullman's
coming.
character's name is Starburst.
Kiki Palmer is in it. She's playing a character named Destiny.
I don't know why I thought she was gonna play the C3.
John Campea and Grace Randolph as their self through archive footage.
They're actually in
What?
it? Damn.
That's it.
Oh, Anthony Carrigan's in it too.
Yeah. So
Oh, so
we'll
the
see how
cast is
that
pretty
is.
good, actually.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see how old Mel Brooks is though. Born
He's gotta be like
1926. Yeah,
100.
he's turning 100 in a month. Wow. But yeah, he's gonna dress up. He's playing yogurt again. There's
That's
like a
very
lot of
funny.
meta jokes in this movie as well. And I
Yeah.
don't know if you knew this, but I mentioned this before. So this being like a Star Wars spoof, it came out in 1987. George Lucas had involvement in this. He actually read the screenplay before, and he was like, "You guys can go ahead and make this. And matter of fact, use my production team for your visual effects." So
Oh,
he,
really? I didn't know.
yeah,
Because it's
his
not like, yeah,
special,
like,
his, yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
even like, because even the shots of them, like the spaceships and like the settings, like it feels like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, no, it said. Let me see, because I wrote this down before. So George Lucas read the screenplay before production began, and he loved it so much that he arranged for his own special effects company, Industrial Light and Magic, to work on the film. He also provided an unused clip from the original Star Wars for the escape pod launch sequence.
That's
So there's
crazy,
like a
dude.
deleted scene from the actual Star Wars
Yeah.
movie that they used in this movie. He also
That's really
said
cool.
that he'll give his blessing under one condition: absolutely no Spaceballs merchandise can be produced or sold. This is why the entire yogurt merchandising scene exists. It's a direct meta joke about the deal. None of the merchandise shown in the film was ever mass produced.
Wow.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
you wouldn't think that, George Lucas would have any
Yeah.
like type
I
of,
figured they would like tried everything in their power to not have this movie made.
yeah.
So they're involved in the new one, right?
I don't know. I think you said that before. I'm not sure if that's true.
I'm pretty sure Lucasfilms is like attached as a studio with it. No, no, it's Amazon, Brooks Films, Imagine Engineer. Why did I
Well, let me
see
look at the
something?
crew. Maybe there's like a producer or something. I don't see anything about it's coming out in under a year.
I don't know why I thought I saw something saying that.
It's possible. Given the involvement in the first, I think it's possible.
I don't see it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
don't know.
retract my statement. I guess they're not. I don't know why I thought I saw something they were. But
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I'm kind of excited for the new one now. Just like to see, I don't know, how they tackle doing this again with like the newer Star Wars canon and stuff.
Yeah. I'm interested in if they do like parodies of certain characters, like a Kylo Ren or something.
Yeah, like I'm assuming Lewis
You know.
Pullman's character is playing like the Kylo Ren adjacent.
Yeah, because the son of
Yeah,
the Han Solo-esque character.
yeah. And honestly, like I see it a little bit with the Sentry shit.
Like, see what? What do you mean?
The character, like him being like this. It's kind of like, you know, him trying to be like good and there's like this dark side to him.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I could see that. But
Yeah,
yeah, there's
did you?
also like some other, like there's a Wizard of Oz parody with yogurt as well.
I
So
didn't
it's
know
like
that.
like yogurt, when they go up pull up on him, there's like the giant yogurt statue.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Oh,
that's
it's
like
supposed. Yeah,
exactly
you're
like
right.
the
You're
Wizard of
right.
Oz.
You're right.
There's also Planet of the Apes at the end,
Yeah.
where they have like the full on Planet of the Apes guys, some Star Trek a little bit, and Alien in that last scene. Now I didn't know this, but that guy, let me see, hold on here. John Hurt reprises his role as the man who had a chest burster explode from him in Alien. Appearing in the diner scene when it happens again, he looks at the creature and sighs, "Oh no, not again." So I didn't realize that's the actual character or actual actor from Alien. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is really
A lot
cool.
of those behind the scenes things are kind of fun, and like how everyone is kind of in on it a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like the plot is like fine. It's basically
Yeah.
follows the similar plot to Star Wars. Trying to think if I had like a favorite joke in the movie. I do like the ending chestburster gag. It's not like too smart of a joke
Yeah.
or anything. I do tend to like a lot of the stupid jokes where,
I
for
agree.
example, like Darth Helmet is like, all right, I need you guys to comb through the sand and find them. And then it cuts and they're like using a giant comb to like go through
Yeah.
the sand. Just stuff like that, that it's
Yeah.
like, you know, there's a little bit of like nuance to it slightly compared to something like Disaster Movie, which I keep bringing up. Like those are kind of the more modern
Yeah.
parody movies that it's just like fart joke, sex joke, like stuff like that. Stupid.
This feels more like there's more like craft with this, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean,
But
there's not too much to say about it. I don't know.
yeah,
Which character did you think was the funniest or who'd you like the most?
I like Lone Star the best.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. I think I like, jeez, sorry, a really loud car. I like Mel Brooks' other character that he plays, like the president. I thought he had a lot of funny scenes in the movie as well.
Yeah.
He has like the scenes where he's in bed with those girls and stuff. It was
Twins,
funny.
yeah.
Or, yeah,
They
they
call him
where
and
the,
he puts the book up like he's reading.
yeah, and the scene where he's going through the teleporter and he
Oh, and
keeps
it
like
comes
fucking up,
backwards.
so they go back and forth, and then he just like he's like, fine, I'll just come the normal way, and it's like right in the next room. He just opens the door, and that's it. Like gags like
Still,
that are so
yeah,
much better than like
I
sex
agree.
jokes and you know stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
That's why I love the Naked Gun. It was like all shit like that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Naked
Yeah.
Gun is like this type of genre. You know,
Yeah.
it would, you know. But I don't know. I guess we could probably rate it. I don't know. Did you say like a favorite scene you had?
I mean, I like the like kind of like lightsaber battle at the end, and they like get them like kind of crossed together. I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
Like
that
your
was funny.
What does he say? Your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yeah, the Schwartz thing is funny.
But yeah, that was probably my favorite scene. But what about you? Same thing.
No, I said I guess like favorite joke. I don't know. Uh, it's hard for me to pick a favorite scene.
Yeah, I guess
I
favorite
like
joke would be good. Better.
yeah. I just like a lot of the Darth Helmet stuff. Like the one where he's like where he has to go to the radar and it's like the coffee machine.
But yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He's like obviously I knew it was a coffee machine. Like I wanted to get my coffee first or whatever. Just like stupid
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Like they jam the
Or
radar. They're
like I mentioned the teleporter sequence. There's a sequence where like the guy's name is like Lieutenant Asshole or something.
oh
Just like
yeah.
the stupid scenes like that.
Yeah.
The
I
running
agree.
gag of John Candy's like Chewbacca character, his tail just like hitting into everything. Just like stupid stuff. Or the princess has like all her bags with her
Yeah.
luggage. There's lots of just small things like that are just really funny, you know. And I
Yeah.
feel like this film is kind of like a time capsule in that way, where there was probably people like hooting and hollering in the theaters at
Yeah.
those
Oh
jokes
yeah.
back in the day
I'm
because they
sure.
didn't know what Instagram Reels were back then. So this was like the peak
Well,
of comedy,
yeah.
which it is still very funny,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you
No,
kind of have
I
to
enjoy
like
it.
take into account that it was made during this time, you know.
Yeah. But
So
yeah. You want to get to ratings?
sure. So Spaceballs, I gave a 3.5 stars, a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I love Mel Brooks, and I'm a fan of Star Wars, so I feel like a lot of the parody stuff worked very well for me. And there's a great cast here. You know, you have Mel Brooks playing dual roles. You have Rick Moranis. You have John Candy. There's just like some comedy legends in this. And yes, a lot of the humor is stupid, but I think when you take into account when it was made and the audience that it was originally being presented to, you could really laugh at what's going on
Yeah.
and like through that lens, you know.
Yeah.
It still is funny, but yeah, I gave it a 3.5. So
I agree with Matt. I think you said it perfectly. I gave it a 3.5 as well. Something about this kind of lost genre of the spoof movies, but this is one of the few. Honestly, it might be the only one that it feels like really authentic. Like you said, like them using the same special effects crew as the Star Wars movies, like it feels like this is just like a Star Wars movie, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for in terms of the feel, like not obviously the plot, but that's what I'm kind of hoping for with the new one is that it feel like it's shot like a Star Wars movie, like it feels like you're on a Star Wars film, but it's just like all this stupid, knee slapping gags and things like that. It was a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be honest. Because usually, like the older comedies, I don't find funny, but I enjoyed it a lot.
Did you rate it? I don't know if you said your rating.
Oh, I'm sorry. I give same score as you, 7, 3.5.
Okay. All right, good. That was a fun one. I had fun
Yeah.
watching that too. It was just kind of something like low stakes to just have on, you know.
Yeah, no, I
A lot
had the
of
same
times
thing. I
you
had
really
like
got to lock in,
this was just
but
like I had it on the background. But yeah, so I don't know if I could. You want me to get to my movie that I'm going to recommend?
yeah. What do you got for us?
So since it was May 4th this weekend, and we did do a Star Wars adjacent, I was going to recommend my favorite Star Wars movie, which is Rogue One, which is kind of a
Bro, I'm
hot take.
pretty I think we
Have we done?
talked
We did
about
that?
that. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, I had a
I'm
backup
like,
too.
before I say that we did, I just want to double check. 'Cause like I'm almost positive we did that. I'm gonna look on our list of movies we've spoken about. I'll sort it by film name. Go to the S's and see, or R's, I guess.
Yeah, we Rogue One. No,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
we
we
did it.
did talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I want to recommend A New Hope,
Okay.
which actually I think is. Aren't they doing a re-release soon in IMAX?
I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah.
Because it's like the 50th anniversary of the release. Let me look it up because I would love if we could
Maybe.
line that up. But I haven't watched the original Star Wars movie in. Oh, it's 2027. It's coming out. A New Hope coming
Okay.
to IMAX 2027. But
Either way.
yeah, I haven't watched this in probably over a decade. So I'm very interested to see how it holds up. Because like when I watched last time I watched it, like I wasn't really into movies. I didn't. There was things in movies that I didn't really pay attention to that now that I do. So I'm curious to see if like how it'll hold up. I
Yeah,
remember
I'm one of
liking
those.
this the
Well, I was gonna say
best.
I'm one of those Star Wars fans that the original trilogy is better than like every single other. Like all three of those movies on their own is better than every other Star Wars movie that's been
Yeah,
released.
I agree. Except my only one is Rogue One that I think is the best. But I love Rogue One. I have to watch Andor. I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, like on
Have
my
you watched
last
that?
watches, I haven't watched Andor. On my last watches of A New Hope, like the original trilogy, I gave it like 4.5, 5, 4.5. So I like A New Hope is a 4.5, Empire
Yeah,
Strikes Back is a 5, and then Return of the Jedi is 4.5. So I like really love that original trilogy.
yeah.
But yeah, that'll be fun. And honestly, I think my girlfriend recently said to me, she's like, I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies. I want to
Oh,
like
this is
watch them.
perfect. Yeah.
So this is perfect. So we'll watch the original. Maybe she'll get hooked on
Yeah,
them.
honestly,
But
that's like I'm curious if you guys, those who are listening, what do people prefer? Like, I'm with you. I think the original three are like far superior than like all the other mainline Star Wars movies. But there's people that are
yeah.
like, oh, episode 3 is the best movie out of any of them. I'm like, what are you watching, dude?
Well, a lot of people our age, I think, say Revenge of the Sith
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
best Star Wars movie, which like you could have nostalgia goggles. You could go back and say like, oh, it has the best lightsaber battle. If you go back and watch the prequels, they are not good. Like
Nah,
Revenge of the Sith is not a good movie. It's just not. Like it's
no.
objectively not. It has aura moments, yes, and it
That was like
has
the
like
original aura
Anakin,
for me.
and we grew up with it, but it's not a good movie. Like
No.
that being said, I still gave it a 4 stars, but it's not close to the original
Yeah,
trilogy.
yeah, I agree.
It's not. So
But yeah, let us know in the comments or like
yeah,
on,
let us know what you guys think.
because I honestly look at people a little differently when they're like, oh, the prequel, I love episode 3. It's the best Star Wars movie ever made. I'm like, what are you fucking smoking, dude?
Yeah.
But,
That being
nostalgia
said,
clouding it.
everyone could like their own Star Wars.
Yes, of
There's no
course.
wrong answers.
Yes. I know because people are going to come after me in the comments. There's no, we love Star Wars. All the Star Wars movies are good. I just think that other Star Wars movies are better.
I don't know if that comment's gonna save you right there. But
Yeah, probably
anyways,
not.
we can
But,
wrap up this episode.
yeah.
And yeah, let us know what you guys thought. What are your
Yeah.
guys' thoughts on some of the movies that we discussed?
Big week
And
next
yeah,
week.
follow us on social media. Check out
Yeah.
FlickPicked, by the way. Gotta plug that really
Yes.
quick. If you're still here, into fantasy football, into movies, combine them together. Got FlickPicked. Check it out. Open beta is going to be live probably in about a month, I would say. So yeah, check that out
Our
and
league's
follow
in
us on
full
all our
swing.
social medias. Yep, our league is
Yeah.
coming up on the halfway point. So,
Yeah. I
which
also
I'm
just
in last
realized
place.
Are you really? Oh yeah, because Gabby
Mhm.
has Devil Wears Prada. I just realized too, we're gonna go from arguably the greatest Star Wars movie ever made to watching The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah,
So
it's
it'll
gonna
be
be sick. They're
quite the
gonna be in the same
contrast.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
So
has Cass seen any of the Mandalorian stuff or no?
no, but she likes Grogu.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, thanks everyone for listening. We'll
Yeah.
catch you in the next episode.
Next episode, I should have a better camera, so it doesn't look like Peach Fuzz anymore.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But
Yeah.
all right. Thanks everyone.
See you guys.